I want to go straight in on this, the Z.E.O. and Trae stuff that you brought up.
Oh shit.
Yeah, let's talk about that. That's almost 2 weeks ago, about a little less than 2 weeks. When you first seen the video and then you heard the story and you seen both of their video reactions, how did you feel? What did you think? What was your first mind frame?
First of all, man, I'm a street, I got a certain pedigree. It is what it is. You know what I mean? I just think that from a music standpoint, from an understanding the game standpoint, that it was helpful to Z.E.O. and it was harmful to Trae because it was like image shit. You know what I'm saying? You got somebody like Z.E.O. who, and you got to think his years and years, over 20-year career, he been branding and burning into our head a certain image. The image of I'm one deep, I'm by myself and these niggas be hating me, blah, blah, blah. So in the course of him doing that, when we see him getting jumped on or whatever, he was in his image, within his image.
Yeah, it worked out for him.
So in art, you got to understand that being within your image, especially when you branding it right there, it take you. Now, if he take off running or he do some shit that, you know what I'm saying, or somebody hit him and he, then we looking at him, oh, that's different, But he got, whatever happened to him, it happened to him inside of the image of what he is, as far as musically and art-wise. Trae, on the other hand, we see him as a hero, Houston shining sun.
Yeah.
So a
humanitarian.
Exactly. So the resistance that he is experiencing from the people, it ain't because niggas hate him so much or nothing like that. It's just that they seen you this way and they caught you doing something, or they seen you doing something that was a little bit this way. And so, but one thing about it, man, I think Trae done planted so many good seeds. And those good seeds that he's planted is the reason why his career is going to be able to continue on, man. At the end of the day, God is the one that put the shit all together. You went through that. Hopefully you learn your lesson from that. Move on. And I'm going to keep putting you in a position to be of a service to the people. So I think that, he did his thing. I think that he probably done learned his lesson from that shit. And it's over with, man. Yeah. As far as...
And it's good that nobody got really hurt from that. It's
right.
Good. It's good that, it wasn't no spin the block or nothing after that.
And I talked to somebody that, bro, one of my closest homies, that nigga say some real shit like, man, God just be knowing what he doing. Like he matched everybody with the ones that, like they supposed to, because there could have been a lot of other people that would not let that go. Like that would take that shit. That shit would automatically mean murder. Mm-hmm. Automatically, like it would be like fuck that, you know what I'm saying? But that's good that the lesson is they still here, they still both here for their families, they both got kids, they both grown, they still here to take care of their families, and I feel like we can learn a lot from that.
Yeah, for real. And it was definitely a real situation. I like what you said about your perspective on it. I never really looked at it like that, about how much the way it played out according to their art, how much it affected their image. Like, based upon the image that they portray, that was like, and Z.E.O. definitely did benefit a lot from it. And then overwhelmingly, if you look on the internet, Trae, he's getting a lot of backlash from it.
He getting a little backlash from it, but man, we live in a time where, man, that shit over with, man.
And Trae's a good dude, man. I feel like he's done so much that, like,
and you can't erase that.
Yeah,
you can't erase what he done.
His stats is up, so it's like, you can't really say nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now I want to ask this: do you think Z.E.O. went to the media too fast?
Man, I'm gonna tell you something that I done learned since fucking with being in this rap shit, man. On some real G shit, man. You have to understand that niggas be having a lot of shit to account for when you in a position like Z.E.O. is in.
Yeah.
Man, he got a lot to account for. So what I mean by that is, man, this man got, business surrounding him.
Mm-hmm.
people be trying to equate this shit and level it out with the streets, but it's not. This not. At a certain point, man, this man, how old is he? Like 45 or some shit?
At least, yeah, mid-40s.
What the fuck do you want him to do? You know what I'm saying? Like, what you want him to do? And I just think that us being from Texas, sometimes we don't realize the magnitude of our artists until something happens. Man, Z.E.O and Trae getting into it, that shit is like nationwide news. Everybody's talking about this shit every fucking word, you know? So you got to make a statement, man.
Yeah, and it's something that's been brooding undertones throughout their careers. For
just like he made a statement, Trae had to make a statement. Man, these niggas got to make statements. Them niggas is corporations. They got corporate sponsors, corporate, you know, allies and shit like that, man. You can't be quiet when them motherfucking white folks that you done signed these contracts. Man, you got to come out and say something on this. Yeah. And it's just the reality of, man, you know, at the end of the day, as regular people, we can't judge the moves and the machinations of these individuals who have all of this other shit, all of this other business involved in what they do. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta account for that. If that was, you know, it's pretty much anybody with a 20-year career in music, man, is gonna have to make a statement when something happens to them that has, you know, been put everywhere, been put out there like that. Yeah. Maybe if nobody knows anything, then I don't gotta say nothing. If it's just words. But once y'all see that video, man, I got pushing 1 million motherfuckers that's following me. I got, you know, corporate. I got to go out there and say what I'm saying. Now, did he say some shit that maybe I wouldn't have said?
Who?
Maybe in identifying who we identified, maybe some people feel like that's a little bit too far or whatever.
By making them statements?
By making public statements that could potentially get somebody.
Because a lot of people look at him as street artist, and even though, especially Z.E.O is far removed from being a street nigga, he's really a businessman and an entertainer and a musician, right? But they represent the street image. Let me make a correction. Okay.
This nigga is one of the most prolific artists ever to come out of Texas. Yes. Like, understand the magnitude. Sometimes when people don't be on commercials and shit all the time, it gives you kind of like, you don't really understand really where they at. Man, that nigga had posted me one time, like, just to say I'm not on nobody's side. And you know how this city is. The city we all got ties to everybody, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Man, that nigga Z.E.O had posted, like we was at this video shoot, Kiki, we from Texas video shoot. And like, it was a picture that it came out of that shit and all of us was like standing there and shit. Man, that nigga, it's a lot of people that's famous, verified or whatever, that follow me or whatever. When you start seeing the power of somebody is when they say your name or they post you and tag you and then just, it's like a cheat code. It's like a follower cheat code. Yeah. Man, that nigga posted me on his page, man. Or he said my name.
Yeah, he's got that solid fan base for years, forever.
Hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds. Like, I'm talking about, damn, what the fuck is, to where I had to say, what the fuck? It had drowned out what had happened. I'm like, well, all these followers, like, out of the blue. Man, that nigga Z.E.O, man. Hey, man. You know, so until you in the mental space of having, you know, like knowing about shit like that and being in a position like that, I just think that it's kind of foolish to speak on it if you ain't never been in no situation like that. Or if you're not somebody of the magnitude of having people to like I gotta talk about this.
Super public figure.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That's hard. That's the hard part about this game.
Yeah, sure.
But now, check this out. Z.E.O made his statement. Mm-hmm. Trae the Truth made his statement.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A video came out first, and then probably a week later, less than a week later, the second video came out. And a lot of people, you know, say internet, blog-wise, whatever, posting-wise, comment-wise, I believe are saying that, hey, what Trae made in his statement is contradictory to what we've seen in the second video.
Man, come on, man. This street shit, man.
Right, for
For
sure.
one, I ain't do it. That's number one. I ain't did shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't do it.
So, but my real question is, the guy who had the second video and waited to the
Ain't got him a bag out of it?
yeah, was he wrong or right for selling that video to TMZ?
Wrong or right, man. Like, we come on, man. Like, we got to do better, man. We got to do better. I'm going to tell you this, man. I'm somebody been doing wrong a long, long time. I learned this a long time ago. As a street nigga, whatever you do, until your ass is busted, convicted, and all of that shit, I didn't do it. But if you know you be doing wrong, I be doing wrong, so I be knowing. You know what I'm saying? When you doing wrong, I'm talking about violent gangster shit that you don't want other people to know about. Hey, man. 9 times out of 10, it's gonna be found out. We live in this time. So my answer to everything is fuck it. I did what I did. Whatever the fuck I did it. You know what I'm saying? I really don't give a fuck. Once it get to the level of I'm ready to crash behind the shit, man, it's time to crash. It ain't time to think. I don't care. And the consequences that come with it, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just of the belief that what's in the dark, what's done in the dark gonna come to the light. I'm very surprised when shit don't come all the way out. I call that a mercy. That's like one of God's mercy when he don't let it come all the way out.
Yeah.
Still though, when shit don't come all the way out, it still don't mean that you don't have to pay. You still gotta pay. I'm a nigga that out of all of the wild shit that we done did, that I done did, and then when I got caught, when I got actually caught for something, it just seemed like, that's why I think a lot of niggas cop out too. This is what I'm saying. A lot of times niggas cop out when they get locked up because they be doing so much wrong any goddamn way. I'm a nigga that's done so much wrong that when you finally get to the situation of, they might don't even be right. These people might be telling you some shit like, man, you did this robbery, this robbery, this robbery. They might got 10 robberies right there, and they trying to give you goddamn 20 years. You know that you ain't do nothing but 7 of the robberies. Man, I didn't do this one, and this one. And they say, man, we'll take your ass to court for each one of these motherfucking robberies and give you 145 years.
Yeah.
You know, and while you sitting up there telling them what you didn't do, man, you got a long list of shit that you did do that they don't know nothing about. You just get into the mind frame of noticing and recognizing that you never really get away with shit. You know what I'm saying?
You never do.
So in my mind, man, the nigga that told or the nigga that sold that video or whatever, I mean, I wouldn't be, if it was me in that situation, I wouldn't give a fuck because I did what I did. I never give a damn if I done it.
I say, I don't know how much you got, but I know you probably got 20 bands for that boy.
I have no idea about it.
I have no idea either. In the comment section, if y'all know, holla at us.
Yeah.
Let's talk. Let's make this shit interactive.